Hello, and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2's closing chapter. We are playing through Mari-san's route. Oh, it's been a frustrating time with Haruki being dragged from the office to Mari-san's apartment because he's been working basically 23 hours a day for the past few days.
そういうこと言うな。
So, as to avoid advancing to the next stage, I'm only here meaninglessly analyzing the current subject.
そんなの比べられません。トーマにはトーマの、マリさんにはマリさんの良さがあるし。
私を褒めたって何にも出ないぞ。具体的にはどこだよ。
そうだな。まず喋り方が似てます。特にぶっきらぼうになった時。
いい加減にしろ。
あと自信満々な時の態度。負けるわけがないとか、自分は天才だとか、そういうセリフを思いっきり言い放つところ。
あ、そう。私は代わりなのか。
Yeah, like, saying, oh, you remind me of this girl is one thing, but directly saying, here are the things about you that make me think of this other girl that I'm in love with, like, that's just not good. Come on.
そういうところに弱いのかも、俺。強い女性に憧れるところがあるのかも。
それは良かったな。それとも最初から眼中にないだけか。
けど本当のあいつは違ってた。強いように見えたトーマは実は弱くて。
そのどっちかでしかないんだな。
だから俺はそのギャップに惑わされて、いろいろと大事なものを壊してしまったんです。
ふざけるな。
The words of the past have since ended here. It's as if they've ended almost at the same pace as last time. I can't reveal what happened after that. I really do want her to hear me out, but the way I am now, I can't muster up the courage to tell her. Taking a sip from the wine that had been left there for quite a long while, I discover that the wine in the cup had long since cooled down. I finished the drink that had become somewhat difficult to swallow in one gulp as the alcohol and sweetness faded, furrowing my brows slightly. During this time, Mari-san appeared as though she was contemplating something, lowering her head in deep thought. It's about time I headed home. No, you can't head home. You're supposed to sleep here. Though I've been forcefully brought into Mari-san's room, thinking about it now rationally, this is really unthinkable situation. I'm in the room of a bachelorette, in the middle of the night, and with some wine on top of that.
マリさん、俺。
帰れ。
Oh.
というのも酷だな。いい。今日は私が出ていく。北原はここで寝ていいから。
なんでですか?
That was something that I was supposed to propose initially. No, it's better to say that this proposition puts me in greater consideration, more importantly.
当たり前だろ。自分の部屋とはいえ、男と二人きりで夜を明かすなんてできるわけがない。恋人でもない男となんか。
Yet, I can't put my finger on this sudden feeling of having an indigestible piece of metal stuck in my throat.
俺の力になってくれるんじゃ。
That just gives me shivers. Like, having someone say that to you is so wrong. Having someone depend on you to that point is so one-sided and wrong.
ベッドは使ってもいい。朝になったら一度顔出すから。
I feel as though I've been betrayed yet again for some reason.
だったらなんで 俺をこの部屋にあげたんですか？
北原が自分の部屋に帰ろうとしなかったからだ。こっちにしてみればとんだ迷惑だった。もう眠れるだろ。それとも子守歌でも歌ってやらないと無理か？まるで子供だな。
Oh, that's really harsh. But, like, I get it. Come on. You're an adult. You need to be able to sleep.
大丈夫か？ならおやすみ。あ、起きたら自分の部屋に戻れよ。
Ah, after all, this person wants to run away again. To throw me away again. To give up on me, right here and now.
それとしばらくバイトには来るな。期末試験が終わって少し頭を冷やしてからにしろ。
マリさん。
Mari-san rises from where she was sitting. This is her own room, but she's leaving me here and getting out herself. That's fine, however. I'm not harboring any expectations after all. That's why I won't feel hurt at all. Even if she changes her mind all of a sudden, I can still completely accept it the way I had anticipated it to be. That's why I should have just said, as I thought, I should go home. And then things would go back to normal again starting tomorrow. She'd return to being the normal, reliable manager of where I work part-time, albeit not one that I'd have a deep relationship with and nothing more.
それじゃあな、北原。
やだ。
Oh. I'd only intended to hold her shoulders. I simply wanted to keep Mari-san, who was about to leave, beside me.
マリさん。
I simply slipped up. Quite a bit, if I say so myself. It's just that my hands, which were initially supposed to be on her shoulders, had instead hugged her from behind her back before I even realized it. This is such a goofy anime. Like, come on, this is so silly. I love it though, this is very cute. Mari-san, who had not expected my gesture of hugging her from the back, tripped amidst her panic. I can't deny I had no intention to make way for her.
冗談だろ。
Yes, I'm kidding. Or perhaps it's better to say that it was an accident. I would only need to nervously get a footing, display a pitiable and confused expression, and apologize with my head on the ground. And Mari-san would definitely forgive me with a wry smile on her face. And yet...
また俺を放り出すんですか？俺を見捨てるんですか？
Come on, Haruki, you can't put these kinds of expectations on such a new relationship. It's not even a relationship yet.
北原。
Please don't leave me is fine. Don't abandon me again. That's too far. Time began to move once again as I spoke my mind.
俺がこんなに苦しかったの、こんなに辛かったの、マリさんのせいでもあるのに。
That's not fair. It's not her fault at all. Of all the things I could say, I blurted out the things that I should not have put into words. Words which it would have been a crime in itself to even consider in my mind. You considered it in your mind a number of times. I remember being angry at you for it.
なんで？どうしてお前が私のことなんかで？
話を聞いて欲しかった時、声を聞きたかった時、顔を見たかった時、ずっと俺のこと避けてたじゃないですか。
I've locked myself in a state of unraveling my disarrayed heart to Mari-san.
あれは出張だって。お前だって分かってる。
出発する前のほんの少しの時間でもよかった。電話で声を聞かせてくれるだけでもよかった。いってらっしゃいって言わせてくれるだけで。 なのに、用があっても人にことづけたり、電話をかけてきておいていきなり切ってしまったり。
あれは、いや、あれはだな。
俺が本気で眠れなくなったの、マリさんからの電話のせいですよ。
嘘だよな。
Yes, I'm lying.
マリさんから電話あって、でもいきなり切れて、かけ直しても全然繋がらなくて。
あれは携帯が壊れて、そもそもそんなことになったのは。
I've been feeling utterly victimized. I've been harboring unreasonable resentment towards her.
トラブルに巻き込まれたんじゃないかって。でも俺、マリさん以外の人の携帯番号知らないし、だから会社に行ってみんなの番号を調べて。
なんだって。
Mari-san has done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. Well, I'm glad your subconscious knows.
鈴木さんのところにはメールが来てて、でも俺のところにはやっぱり連絡も何もなくて。
Left with no other choice because her phone broke after she hung up, she contacted the only person she could to explain the situation. And said person then relayed it to everyone in the editing department.
マリさんが無事でほっとしたんだけど、でもなんで電話をくれたんだとか、どうして電話をくれないんだとか、もう。
それはだってお前。
Had I desired it at any cost, I would have managed to contact her.
マリさん、ひどいよ。俺のことからかって。
からかってたのは、ひどいのはお前の方じゃ。
That's right. I'm the one who's been awful. I'd simply fallen into emotional instability as a result of the wild delusions that I'd thought up from the accumulation of a series of unfortunate circumstances. What a mouthful Haruki's thoughts are sometimes. What in the world am I even saying right now? I can't even put my finger on what I'm even thinking right now.
誰もいないマンションに帰るのが怖い。暗い部屋の中で一人ぼっちになるのが怖い。そんな場所で眠るのが怖いんです。
北原。
だから話しません。俺から逃げないで。
Even though I'm fully aware that I'm clearly being insecure, coming across as nonsensical and lacking in integrity as I do nothing but blame her in my tantrum. Okay, like, that's fine then. It's fine to be depressed, and it's fine to have these feelings, and it's fine to be insecure, as long as you express them properly and safely. And he's doing it in his mind, but he just doesn't do it out loud.
ごめん。
Mari-san admits her mistake at last.
マリさん。
If she relents, she'll be violated by me. And I know she's well aware of the unthinkable things I will do to her. Wow, well, that just went from 0 to 100. Okay.
ごめん。ごめんな、北原。私、自分のことしか見えてなくて。
The irony. I'm the one that's thinking only of myself right now.
マリさん。
Seeing the fact that Mari-san has slowly relaxed as a good sign, I lean on her feminine and abundantly curvy back, plastering our bodies together. I embrace her with both arms, with a strength that threatens to snap her spine in two. Okay. I bury my face within Mari-san's messy hair, taking in her scent as unknown feelings begin to overflow within me. Her legs stretched from her skirt entwine with mine as I enjoy the smooth and tender sensation of her flesh. Mari-san, writhing in discomfort, only serves to freely escalate the dark sadism within me.
Mari-san.
Desire overflows within me to glue my body to hers, to touch, take in, and receive everything from her.
あのさ、北原。
Brushing aside her hair, her fair neck is exposed to me at last, and I immediately lick it, no longer capable of resisting for another moment. Okay, here's a life lesson. When you come to an impasse at a very crucial moment with your relationship with someone, talk it through with them. Don't just tackle them to the ground and lick their neck. Like, what? Come on. It's silly. Scooping up the slight traces of sweat with my tongue on Mari-san's flushed skin, I deliver the taste of a sweetness greater than the port wine she had offered earlier into my mouth.
もしかしたら、いや、そんなはずないとは思うんだ。ただ、万が一というか、念のため聞かせてくれ。
I can't see Mari-san's expression due to the fact that I'm pressing her on her back like this, however.
お前、まさか私なんかに欲情してるのか？
Oh no, it's just his thing. He likes licking necks.
マリさんはなんかじゃありません。
答えになってないぞ。卑怯な言い方。するな。
The instant those words were said, I could clearly see how flushed her ears are.
私のお尻にそのお前そんなこれ北原の
Alright, and I'll come back to you again when it is safe for work. Thanks for joining me so far, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so welcome back. Basically, they didn't go all the way, but they might as well have. And after Haruki was done, he panicked and ran out of the house saying, "Oh no, I violated you. I'm gonna go turn myself into the police." And Mari-san was like, "Wait, it's not like that." And ran after him, wearing her extremely dirtied, disgusting clothes, not even sparing a moment's thought for herself and how she looks. So just Mari-san, beautiful, amazing person. I love her. And she did manage to drag Haruki back, and now we're here.
いや、最初は暑いくらいだったんだけど、さすがに外に出たら冷たくて気持ち悪くて。あ、いや、特別に北原のだからとかそういう意味じゃなくて、もうちょっと真ん中に来たらどうだ？話しないか？
Mari-san's unbelievable kindness feels excruciating as I huddle himself in the corner of the spacious room, hugging my head. I think that's supposed to be myself.
それとも風呂にでも入ってくる？外寒かったろ。なんか言ってくれないかな。無反応ってのはちょっと辛い。
警察に突き出してください。俺のこと訴えてください。
Haruki, come on.
できるかそんなこと。北原の将来奪うなんて。
でも俺はマリさんを奪おうとした。 ほとんど奪ってしまったも当然です。
それでも訴える意味がない。
なんでですか？
勝てないから、裁判で。
Now I definitely feel shocked.
私が北原を無理やり部屋に連れ込んで、しかも酒を飲ませて泊まるように誘ったんだ。証人だってタクシーの運転手がいる。
She's always trusted me all this while. She's always seen me as her cute little apprentice.
そんな分の悪い告訴なんかしてる暇はない。こっちは忙しいんだ。
It's not the pain of being bitten by a domestic dog. It's the tremendous betrayal piercing countless holes into my physical and mental being.
それに私たちはセックスしなかった。北原が私の頼みを聞いて我慢してくれたからだ。だからレイプなんかされてないよ、私は。
なんでそんな。
うん、子供まだ作りたくないんだ。今は仕事が一番大事だって思ってるから。
そうじゃなくて。
悪かったのは私の方だから。北原が今心が疲れてるって知ってて、急に冷たく突き放そうとした。出張前の時と同じように。ただ一応言い訳しておくと、あれにはちゃんとした理由はあるんだ。今はとてもじゃないが説明できないけど。
She faces the man who would hurt her, maintaining her unwavering stare with that gentle and refined tone and personality of hers.
さっきも言ったけど、ごめんな。いろいろと立場が上なのに感情的になってしまって。
そんな風に俺を許さないでくださいよ。憎んでくださいよ。
嫌だよ。せっかく目をかけて大切に育ててきたのに、私の後を継ぐのは北原しかいないって思ってたのに。いや、今だって思ってる。
バイトなんですよ俺。それも人として最低の。
でも来年は正社員になってくれるんだろ。お前が本気になればうち程度絶対に入れる。私が太鼓判を押す。
無理ですよそんなの。俺なんか潰れてしまった方が、ここで終わった方が世の中のためだ。
おい。
無理じゃない。潰させない、終わらせない。北原は私が育てたんだぞって、お前の役員就任パーティーの席で自慢してやる。
マリさん。
だからこの程度のことで挫折しないでくれ。私からのお願いだ。
Man, it's just, I don't know, this is so intense. Things just went from 0 to 100. It's just, that's not how it should have progressed. And now that it has, Haruki is even more of an unstable wreck.
そんな優しすぎること言わないでください。でないと俺、マリさんなしじゃ生きていけなくなる。
The more Mari-san protects me like this, the more the pain in my heart festers to unbearable levels.
お前な、そういう卑怯なセリフ言いながら女の前でポロポロ泣くな。それって結婚詐欺師の手口だぞ。
Yikes. Even though it's so painful, even if I can't cushion it any longer, the pain that I'm feeling right now it somehow feels like the stinging feeling one would get from applying medicine. To get even a sliver of hope from this is simply cowardly of me.
今日あったことは全部忘れろ。な。
Haruki, this is so... Jeez, I don't even know what to say. I cry miserably as I nod my head without stopping. Yet the way I was then, I couldn't completely agree with everything Mari-san had said. Because that was a moment of bliss I could never forget. Mari-san's scent, Mari-san's softness, Mari-san's warmth, Mari-san's pleasure. To even dare to think of it was a crime in itself, and yet I can't wipe it off my mind. I mean, it was pretty intense, and it's been a long time for Haruki. What a day. Mari-san definitely wasn't expecting that getting off the plane. This feeling. It's as if I'm a princess or a protagonist from a sci-fi novel awakening from eternal sleep. My 5 senses have yet to regain their functionality. Sure, my limbs, my ears, my eyes, and my mouth are still working fine, but they aren't working as well as I want them to. My vision is blurry, my ears are ringing like crazy, my voice is hoarse, and I can't even stretch out my hand from beneath this blanket. That, and my memory also isn't very clear. I look up to the ceiling, feeling a sense of familiarity, but I can't put my finger on where I've seen it before. The only thing I'm sure about is that this isn't my own room. Then, as my memory regains itself in an instant, my senses perk up with it. I immediately leap out of bed and survey my surroundings, pacing back and forth in the spacious room after that. As I raise the blinds, the gentle winter sunlight floods the room, but it seems blinding to me the way I am now. From there, I open the windows. The salubrious, I've never even seen that word before. Winter sky brings a chilly breeze, brushing across my skin that was wrapped up in bed until now. The sun has almost begun to sidle to the west. I would assume that it's already the end of lunch break. And this is Mari-san's room. After refreshing myself with the chill of the breeze, I look around the room again. It's all as my recent memory had recorded, a living room too spacious for a person to be living alone, with the bare minimum of necessary furniture. The kitchen also looks as though it hasn't been used at all. Perhaps it's better to say that it's surely been used very sparingly, judging by how it's been kept. What's different from my memory, though, is the blanket casually thrown out on the sofa situated on the floor, and on the table, placed squarely in the middle of the room, I find a leaflet with words scribbled on its back with a thick marker pen. I have left for work. Call me immediately when you wake up. I've already bought a new phone. It's the same number as before. Oh, I'm glad he got some sleep, finally.
はい、風岡です。お世話になっております。ええ、例の取材日程の件ですね。え、今日ですか？それも今から？あ、ただいまスケジュールを確認いたします。少々お待ちください。ちょっとだけ調子合わせて。今鈴木が隣にいるのよ。
7日。
丸2日。今起きたなら40時間くらい寝てた計算ね。脳みそちゃんと溶けずに残ってる？
40 hours of sleep. Can you imagine? Wait, that means he hasn't been to the bathroom in 40 hours. He hasn't eaten. That's one thing. He hasn't drank. He hasn't gone to the bathroom.
すいません。俺そんなに長い間。
よかったじゃない。大学が始まる前に起きられて。
Mari-san, who seemed to have found a good excuse to escape to the hallways, immediately changed her tone of voice entirely. They're so sneaky. And my presumptions had shattered along with it. This isn't the second day since that day, but the harsh reality of it being the third.
もしかしてその間ずっと俺マリさんのベッドで。
Aww. Alright, we will stop off there for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this chapter of Mari-san's Route, and I'll be back to you with more soon. Until then, take care.